Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, every single one of you. I am so happy that today we have accomplished 4 huge challenges. We're on to the 5th, and there's a part of me that's feeling a little sad, but I'm not as sad because I've got some great news for you. Make sure if you're watching the replay that you stay tuned in. If you're watching this live, join me the whole way, or come back and watch it later if you can't stay the whole time. I am so excited to be with you, so happy to be with you. And most of all, I'm just so incredibly amazed at what we've achieved in 4 to 5 short days. I'm so impressed by what we've achieved. I just want to take note. I realized this as I grew in life, and as my life grew, and as my communities grew, and my work grew, and my videos grew, I realized that it's so important to take regular checkpoints. To really take those checkpoints where you look at what has really happened. Not your achievements, not just what you've got, but what's actually being created. I'm going to do that in a moment. I'm just going to say my hellos to every single one of you. I love saying hello to you. Nancy, great to see you. Stephen, great to see you. If you want a shout out, say hello. I'd love to say your name back to you. Shumaila, Krishnova, Naveen, Saurav, Abhishek, great to see you, my man. Lakshmi, good to see you. Sailesh, Amira, Rita, Adele from South Africa, Nalima, Margarita from Portugal, Natasha, hello. Billy from South Africa, great to see you, bro. Nitin, Sahani, Christy, Saurav, Mariama, Mayra, Kimberly, good morning. Saeed, Mark, morning Jay, listened to 2 lectures on human behavior last night. That's amazing. Yanni, Susan and Lynn, great to see you. Hello. Beth, loving all your videos on the challenge. You make it so easy to implement. Beth, that means so much to me. Joanne, great to see you. Falguni, Jacqueline, Kushal, Natida, Bridget, hi Jay, hello from the UK. Thanks so much for your energy. Bridget, thanks for yours. Maya, love seeing you. Cheryl, great to see you. Sandra says, this week has blown my mind. What are we going to do after tomorrow? Don't want this to end. I'll tell you something really interesting. So, I just wanted to say to you all, keep those comments coming. Let me know how you've been finding the last 4 days. But I just wanted to take stock of what we've actually achieved. You have actually created one of the most beautiful communities in the world. One of the most beautiful online cities in the world. Remember, 160,000 people is like a city, right? It's literally like a small city, but it's a city. And you've created a beautiful, loving environment. You've created this collaboration. You've created this connection with one another. It's absolutely beautiful what has been achieved by every single one of you in this short space of time. And I truly am blown away, right? I truly am blown away by what you've created. On top of that, you've all created the ability to share, to nurture each other, to grow each other, to express love. I've seen the notes have been incredible. There's like diagrams, there's pictures, there's text, there's video, there's graphics. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Noor from Granada, I'm watching the beautiful Alhambra Palace in front of me and listening to your words. How great the mix between history and future. Noor, that's beautiful to hear. This is my second live, says Monica. Heather, hey Jay from Indiana. I'm going through a hard time and you're helping me get through it. You're such an inspiration. Well, thank you, Heather. That means so much to me. Jason, so excited for day 5. We need to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. It's all about momentum. Freedom, good morning. So excited for day 5. Thanks for great information and energy. Mind blown. I'm so happy. Awesome. So, this is what we're talking about today, and this is the layout for today. I'm going to be starting by talking about our 5th challenge. While I'm doing that, I'd love for you to share in the comments what you tried out from yesterday's challenge, which was all about education first. Remember, our mind tries to take us to entertainment first, but the most successful people choose education first. And I talked about the 5 ways in which you can make education entertaining and the 4 ways of learning. Knowing how you learn will allow you to learn faster, smarter, and better. One of the biggest issues we have with education first is we don't know how we like to learn. We have no idea because no one's ever asked us. We've all been taught at school that this is how you learn. We're changing that. Remember, we just invented the new schools. So, today I wanted to talk about elevated living. And I'm going to take a slightly different tact on this one because it is the last session. And elevated living is probably one of the most underrated, underestimated things in the world, right? It's so underrated, it's so underestimated. Now, I spend a lot of time with millionaires and billionaires, and when I spend time with them, I notice one thing. A lot of their journey started because they wanted to be successful. A lot of their journey started because they wanted to make money. A lot of their journey started because they wanted to get something. And it's really interesting because when they finally, after all that effort, after all that struggle, and trust me, I've never met a strong person with an easy past. I've never met a successful person who's had it all laid out for them. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. We just don't see it. But after they've been through all that pain, they've been through all that struggle, you know what they all realize? It can't be about the money. It can't be about the status. It can't be about the fame. They then realize that success is about serving others. Success is about having an impact. Success is about giving more than getting. It's about serving more than receiving. That real success is having a positive impact on the lives of other people. And Peter Diamandis, who's the founder of the X Prize, he put it best. He said that we should redefine the word billionaire to be someone who has impacted the lives of 1 billion people, right? We should redefine the word billionaire to be someone who has impacted the lives of 1 billion people. And I love that redefinition because that's the definition we need. If everyone aimed and aspired for that and being a billionaire by that definition, they'd become a billionaire by default. If you help 1 billion people, you'll become a billionaire by default, right? Because of the amount of lives you touch, because you've found the solution that serves 1 billion people. So this is real elevated living. Real elevated living. And I want you to have that consciousness at the start of your journey. I don't just want you to have that at the end of your journey. I'll tell you why. Because even when you get to the end, it still takes so much time to get to that, right? You still start looping around. When you have that at the beginning of your journey, when you have that at the inception, where the seed is planted in your journey, then what grows from it will be beautiful. It will alleviate so many challenges. It will give you so much focus. It will give you so much more. And this is the definition of elevated living. Elevated living doesn't mean that you can't be rich. Remember, I shared a Bhagavad Gita quote. Detachment does not mean that you own nothing. Detachment means that nothing owns you. That's the point. Elevated living is that everything I have, money, resources, energy, time, talents, skills, potential, I use it for a higher purpose than myself. I was giving the example the other day that a lot of the wealth that my work creates is reinvested into charity projects, philanthropy projects. When I was a monk, I helped set up this beautiful charity that distributes 1.2 million meals per day to the children of India that I still invest in. I still work with them. We deliver 1.2 million meals per day. So what I'm saying is, it's great to be successful. Right now, I can call people up, influential people, get them involved. I can bring them on, but we're bringing them on to do something more powerful than ourselves. And if you have that at the beginning of your journey, I promise you it will impact so much more of your life. Let me know about what you think about what I've just been sharing right now. I want to read some of your comments. Lisa says, never about the dollars. And it's okay to be about the dollars, but for something higher. Joanne says, hello from Faith, my 3-year-old daughter. She loves watching your videos. Not sure how much she can understand, though. That's beautiful. Here we go. Asna says, I'd stopped reading books, something I loved, but thanks to you, I started again and know the value of reading and knowledge behind it. Thank you. Arturo says, that is very powerful. Ravina says, absolutely. Angelica says, through my notes and shares on your session, several others have been inspired too. Lots of love from India. Well, thank you, Angelica. Jessica, I changed my season finale for my French lessons and some personality profile studies. Productive day. Abhishek Joshi says, love that definition of a billionaire. Thank you, Abhi. This is fantastic. This is great. Yes, that's a much better definition, says Teresa. This is my first live, says George, from 12 a.m. in Western Australia. Thanks for joining. I really, really appreciate it. Dina, I love that, my new definition of billionaire goals. Dina, I'm glad you like it. Thank you, Jeanette. So everyone likes it, right? Everyone's with me. It seems that it is so good, right? It seems that everyone agrees with that definition. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that you're all on the same wavelength as me. And one of the things I wanted to say about that elevated living is that it's really a state of operation. It's the way you operate with everything. So when good comes your way, when success comes your way, you think, how can I reinvest this to use it for something more, right? It's the feeling that I always want to use what I have. When I became a monk, and this is my personal story, remember in these sessions, I really get to open up and share stories that I don't share anywhere else. Even on my videos, I don't share these stories. Because they just require so much more depth. They require a bit of a relationship. They require me to have a connection with you. And so I remember when I was becoming a monk, and when I was becoming a monk, we talk a lot about giving things up, right? You give things up. Like I lived out of a gym locker. I now have, I probably now have 12 pairs of shoes. At that time, I only had one pair. I only had 2 sets of clothes where you wear one, you wash one, you wear one, you wash one. I had 2 sets of clothes. We lived out of a gym locker. All our possessions fit into the size of a gym locker. And so you give a lot up. And I remember sitting with a monk who'd been a monk for about 40 years. And I had the opportunity to ask him some questions. I was sitting with a mentor. And I said to him, I said, the word for giving up or detachment is known as renunciation. Renunciation means to give up. In general, it means to give up. And so I asked him, I said, what is the true definition of renunciation? What is the true definition, the true meaning of really giving something up? You want to know what he said to me? He said that real renunciation is using everything that you have for something beyond yourself. Using everything you have for the benefit of others. Using everything you have for humanity. Using everything that you have for God. Using everything that you have for the divine. Using everything that you have for more than just you. It's so easy to get money and spend it on oneself. It's so easy to get money and just spend it on our family. It's so easy to get something and just benefit us and the people around us. But to use it for a higher purpose, money, fame, results, success, energy, time, whatever it may be, to benefit other people. Now you just think about it. Think about for a moment, if I never had that impact from that person, I wouldn't be with all of you today. We wouldn't have 160,000 people, 10 million people across my social media channels. I wouldn't be thinking about this if I didn't meet someone who said that to me. And if I don't say it to you, it means I'm selling you short. If I'm not telling you about why it's so important to live with elevated consciousness. Elevated conscious means there is more to life than just me. If I give and make others' lives better, it will make my life better. That if I can focus what I have and my energies, my skills that I've been given, once I've really taken care of myself and built that, and I can then give that, how beautiful can that be? And when that's your motive, see, at the beginning you may say, Jay, I don't have a lot to give, and I get that. But when that's your motive, when that seed is your intention, right? So, there are 4 areas in which we need to have elevated living. They are intention, awareness, attention, action. I've just been speaking about intention. Intention is the seed that we plant at the beginning of any activity. I was just sharing with a video on Instagram the other day that you set your alarm the night before you wake up, right? So you have to set your intention the night before. I said it in a few sessions ago. So intention is the first seed that some things begin with, right? Intention. Our intention has to be elevated. If your intention is just, I want to get rich, I want to be successful, I guarantee you it will be a very painful end. I was speaking to someone the other day who's an aspiring actor. And he said that he was so fixated on winning an Oscar that that was his goal growing up. And now that he hasn't really had his break, it's broken him. Right? When your focus is success and you don't get your break, it will break you. When your focus is service, you'll always get a break because there's so many opportunities. When your focus is service, you'll never need a break because there's so many opportunities. And when your focus is success, if you don't get your break, you'll be broken. And even if you get your break, you'll feel half full. And therefore, having elevated consciousness in your intention. So when you start a project, don't just think, I want this job. Think about how that job's going to allow you to benefit other people. Think about how that job, how that position, how that role, how that gift is going to allow you to do more for the world. Even in your community, plant that seed. Think as small or as big as you like, but bigger than yourself. Whenever you think about the next thing. So when I think about the fact that I make a video and we have a new 1 million followers come on, I'm not thinking, oh yes, I've got 1 million new followers. I'm thinking, okay, now we have 1 million more people. How do we get that to impact the world? Today we have 160,000 people in this group. How do I empower and how do I propose to all of you to want to make a domino effect in the world? Right? So these are the 4 factors and areas of your life that you have to give elevated living to. The first is intention. You have to elevate your intention. What I mean by elevate your intention is your intention right now maybe down here. I want to be rich. I want to be successful. I want to be famous. You want to shift that intention to a higher position by saying, okay, if I want to be famous, I get that. But actually when I'm famous and while I'm on the journey to become famous, I'm going to use any fame I have to help children, to help poor people, whatever it is. But see, if you postpone it, if you say, when I get famous, then I'll do it, it won't happen. Give you an example. There were 2 men. One gave, and I said this a few days ago, but it's so important to reiterate. One gave $10, but all he had was $20. One gave $200, but what he actually had was $20,000. See, what matters is what we're holding back. If you hold back now, even when you have $1 billion, you'll hold back. The proportion remains the same. The pain you feel giving what you've made to someone else. I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about money, time, energy, resources. I'm not just talking about money. This is not about money. It's about success. Success can be fame. It can be money. It can be helping others. But what I'm saying is that when your intention is to serve, then you should start with that, right? That would start. I'm going to read out some of your comments, see what you guys think of what I'm talking about. But that is point number 1. Let's see what you guys are saying. Sharing your knowledge with all of Target. Lisa, tell me more about that. With all of Target. I love that. And you mean the store? Lisa Donny, having grown up in a family with lots of money with stuff, I chose a long time ago to do service as a case manager in mental health. And now a teacher of a 2nd graders. I'm wealthy, not in money, but I leave my footprints on hearts daily. Lisa, that's so beautiful. It's great to be here for a better purpose, said Linnea. Awesome. Who else is saying something? Phil says, I want to be a billionaire from helping improve the world. Beautiful. And if you start with that intention, and even when you're not a billionaire, you still help the world as much as you can, that's what makes the difference. Abhishek, real renunciation is using everything you have for something beyond yourself. Love that. Thank you so much. Awesome. Using everything from humanity. I'm glad you're all agreeing. That's brilliant. This is a wonderful from Padma Shri. Most happiest people have something as their why that is bigger than themselves. This session reflects that thought, Jay. Feeling blessed. Awesome. Anna says, have loved every moment of the past few days. You've taken me out of my darkness and isolation and given me wings to fly. That's beautiful. Thank you. I've not done that. You've done that. Let's see what else. Your sessions, Abhishek, awesome. Beautiful. Sonakshi says, wow, that is beautiful and a different meaning of renunciation. You don't give up. It's not about giving up. It's about serving. Awesome. This is great. I'm glad you're all in line. I'm glad that you're all agreeing. So, this point of elevated living in intention. And the next one is awareness. When I say awareness, it's knowing what environments bring you down and devolve your consciousness, and what environments evolve your consciousness. We all know groups of people where we start feeling more envious, more greedy, more jealous, lower energy. We all know the groups of people that where we feel energized, buzzing, positive. And we know that. And it's so important that if we want that seed to grow, we choose our association, in this sense, our awareness of our surroundings correctly. See, if you put a seed into soil, it doesn't just grow. It needs watering, it needs the sun, the soil needs to be fertile. But if you plant it in a place of envy, greed, pollution, jealousy, just eat the seed right up. The seed will crumble even before it starts to grow. And similarly, our surroundings, our environment has to be carefully selected so that our seed will grow. So elevated living is not just an intention, but is an awareness of what are we exposing ourselves to on a daily basis. Do we only expose ourselves to negativity? A negative mind will never lead to a positive life, right? It's just not possible. A negative mind will never lead to a positive life. Guys, it's great to see all the emojis flying through the screen. Thank you so much. I'm glad that that's resonating, the loves and the likes and the shocked faces. I absolutely love them, so keep them coming. But a negative mind will never start a positive life, will never create a positive life. So be really careful and just start by becoming aware of your habits and who you spend time with, where you spend time, and what you spend time doing. And the last 4 days have really helped with what habits you should be doing, what habits will really uplift you. So this slots into that awareness piece. Who you should spend time with, where you should spend time, and what. See, who you spend time with has a big, big impact. You have to be careful who you make memories with, because those things last a long time, right? You have to be careful who you make memories with, because that will last a long time. Where you spend time matters, because space carries energy, right? Space carries energy. When you walk into a place that you're not sure about, how many of you feel that little like darkness come over you, right? It can be a little unsettling. And we know when we walk into somewhere that really empowers us and excites us. So you have to be careful. And then what you spend time doing. We talked about that yesterday, about how to choose education first. A lot of entertainment pollutes us. It just brings us down. So, Marcia, now if your workplace is a very negative environment, that's fine. Let's make your home space a positive environment. We never get both as bad as each other. We can definitely improve one. Rachita, a negative life can never create a positive life. Wow, negative mind. I'm glad you all like that phrase, and I'm glad I said it today. Sherry, I recently changed careers and took a pay cut. It is worth it because I feel I'm making more of a difference. I'm now helping those who face adversity become stronger parents for their children. That is beautiful. Thank you so much. Giovanna, I love that motto as well. Roberta, I'm glad you're connecting. This is fantastic. And that's what you found, that this group, you may say, well, I don't have friends like this, I don't have family like this. You've got the group. You've got the people right here. It exists. You just have to be a seeker, and you already are. You found it. Hadley says, thank you for defining renunciation. This verb captures the passion and purpose for my life. Mine too. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us, and you're so kind. I would absolutely love to mentor under you to spread knowledge through entertainment. Thank you, Hadley, and I'll mention that later on as well. Thank you so much. Danielle Pace, you are hitting home. Yesterday I had more energy, and my husband told me I looked happier than I have in a long time. My place of employment is negative, but I'm going to find myself and fix that. Danielle, you will. Danielle Pace, I love that. Thank you for sharing so much. Thank you, Margarita. Thank you, Tina. This is great. Okay, so that was the second one of elevated living. The third one of elevated living is our attention. See, you can get your intention right. You can get your awareness somewhat right. And that will lead to where your attention is. Now, we still live here. And this is one of the reasons when I interviewed Tim Ferriss, Tim Ferriss talked to me about this, and I know a lot of these people. Every successful person in the world, 80 to 90% of them have a meditation practice, right? A mindfulness practice. I'll tell you why. Meditation or mindfulness is what I like to call a filtration system for the mind, like we filter water. When you have water that's slightly polluted, slightly dirty, may have some ailments, may not be clear, may not be pure, may not be fully nourishing, we put it through a filtering system to get it to be that way. Similarly, our consciousness, our mind, our attention becomes polluted by spending time with people who have negative attention, by spending time with TV or media that has negative attention, by spending time in energies that have negative attention. And therefore what happens is we get polluted, and so we need a filtering system. Meditation and mindfulness is a cleansing system for the mind and consciousness. So without it, we don't have clarity. So just imagine a glass of muddy water. It doesn't have clarity. It's not safe to drink. Our mind, our consciousness becomes like that. And therefore we don't have clarity. We don't feel good, and it has to be filtered. That is meditation. Meditation isn't simply just calming the mind, it's cleansing the mind. It isn't just finding balance, it's actually purifying us, right? It's purifying us. And I'm not going to share with you today exactly a session, but I'll find out about how you can do that later. But a few of my favorite apps are Calm and Headspace. They're beautiful apps, so I highly recommend those. But in some of my live sessions, we also do meditations. But notice that all the successful people in the world, 80 to 90% of them have a meditation practice. Now, Jeff Weiner, the former, who's the CEO of LinkedIn, he says that he meditates just to think. This helps him practice empathy and compassion and has a positive impact on his productivity. But notice, it helps him with empathy and compassion, because empathy and compassion don't rise without filtering. What rises without empathy and compassion is envy and competition. When we don't filter ourselves, envy and competition rise, and we lose empathy and compassion. When we filter ourselves through meditation and mindfulness, empathy and compassion come to the rise, envy and competition lower. Does that make sense? Yeah? Meditation doesn't have to be just sitting there. It is focusing the mind. It could be a walk, but it's best done when in the same place at the same time every day, where you're able to focus the mind. And I have a meditation video that you can find on YouTube as well. And if you just type in Jay Shetty meditation, it'll probably come up, but we can share it later on in the group. I want you to try it out. So I want you to follow that. I will share that meditation online, and you can give it a go as well, right? You can give it a go as well. So I wanted to also talk about, Mark Benioff, the CEO of Salesforce. As the CEO and founder of a multi-billion-dollar sales giant, Salesforce, Benioff says he began doing it earlier in his career while still working as an employee, and carried over the practice when he went to start his own company, right? Another huge person. Oprah, right? And Oprah says that meditation more is a form of getting closer to God, and cites it as one of the most significant things she's done on her journey to $1 billion plus worth of success. Like, she actually owes the success to it. So whether it's focus, whether it's energy, but it's more than that. Meditation brings better sleep. It boosts your immune system. It increases happiness. I'm going to share some studies with you, right? Meditation gives you all sorts of benefits, like enhanced REM sleep and increased levels of melatonin. Turns out it can help serious sleep problems. Researchers conducted a study to see if mindfulness meditation would benefit those struggling with chronic insomnia. After 8 weeks, those in the meditation training had less total wake time during the night. They were more relaxed before going to bed and reduced the severity of their sleep problems. I have not found one thing apart from meditation that solves far more issues in life, right? Sleep, that's the first one. Second one, it makes room for more happiness, right? It's a little known secret that Wall Street execs, famous artists, and Silicon Valley experts are some of the biggest advocates of meditation as a way to manage stress. A 2005 study at Harvard Medical School found that meditation increases the thickness of your prefrontal cortex. the area of your brain associated with attention and self-awareness. Furthermore, we now know it even reduces employee stress and burnout. A study on teachers at school for children with severe behavioral problems who were treated to a transcendental meditation program had less stress, less depression, and overall less burnout than other teachers, right? More mindful meals, so no more stress eating. Researchers at UC San Francisco studied a group of women to test if meditating could prevent overeating. The scientists didn't prescribe any diet, but instead taught mindful eating and had participants meditate for 30 minutes a day. What happened? While the control group actually gained weight, the treatment participants maintained their weights, plus lowered the cortisol levels. Higher reductions in cortisol and stress also showed higher reductions in abdominal fat. Changing the mind, immune system, health. I mean, this goes on and on and on. The benefits of meditation are huge. And that's for your attention. I will share the link to my meditation later on when we post this video. I will share it with you so that you can try it out, right? It's about cleansing the mind, and that cleanses your attention. It gives you more clarity. Whether you can do 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. I personally do 2 hours a day. It works really well for me, but I've worked up to that. Remember, as a monk, we did 4 to 8 hours a day. But start with 10 minutes. Start with 20 minutes. But there are huge benefits in your attention when it comes to it. Right? So that is the third. And the fourth one is elevated action. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So we've talked about elevated intention. You got that? Elevated awareness. You got that? Elevated attention, you got that, and elevated action. Now, you can do all the three right. There's a beautiful quote by Gandhi where he said that when you think, what you say, and what you do are in line, your life will be in harmony. When you think, what you say, and what you do are in line, your life will be in harmony. And that's what we're missing. We think one thing, we say one thing, we do another thing. Right? Or we're doing something, we don't think about it, and we say something else. We have this need to reconfigure and realign these three areas of our life. And therefore our action, sometimes we think good, we think positive, right? We say good, we say positive, but when it comes to our actions, we manipulate people. We take advantage of people. We exploit people. We use people. And if your action is not elevated, if your action is... Now, I'm not saying that you're always going to live up to the highest, but what I'm saying is you don't want to give to the lower. You don't want to give in to lower consciousness. The more you can be elevated, even in your action, in what you're doing, right? That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be, right? So those are 4 ways of elevated living, which is the 5th challenge. I want you to test and try one of them that you like. All of them, obviously, but one of them as much as you can. Very, very important, right? Just very, very important. It's incredibly significant that we practice elevated living, right? Elevated living, because elevated living is the key to inner success and outer success. See, I know plenty of people who have outer success but no inner success. I know plenty of people who have inner success but no outer success. And what we need is both. Both requires real intention, attention, awareness, and action. I want you to be internally satisfied in life. I want you to feel internally fulfilled, purposeful, meaningful life. I want you to build a meaningful life. And I also want you to have the success. I want you to have both. I want to help you create both. I want to assist you and guide you on that journey to create both. Because it's in both that we feel truly satisfied. It's in both that we're able to have the greatest impact on other people and ourselves. Cynthia, so great that you've been able to join live. Stephanie, I'm so glad you've been meditating. Ash, I'm glad you're enjoying the sessions. Inner success is the ability... See, anyone who has money or fame will tell you that that in itself does not make you happy. What makes you happy is knowing that your work has an impact, and that you're better able to navigate and deal with external challenges. If your happiness goes up and down based on what your success does externally, so will your internal happiness. But if you're internally self-satisfied, that will project afterwards, right? That will project afterwards. So those are the 4: intention, attention, awareness, action, elevated living. This session's been mind-blowing, by the way. I really recommend going back and watching this session again. Some of the stuff that I've said in this session will take a while to just sit and sink in and give it that time. Some of these sessions, I highly recommend going back over and watching these sessions, because there's been so much great insight, so much great impact and value that I hope you've benefited from. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But that is challenge 5, guys. Challenge 5. We've been through 5 challenges over 5 days. What an incredible, amazing 5 days we've had. What an insanely amazing 5 days we've had. And I want to take some time now to tell you about how we continue that momentum forward. I've had thousands of messages. I've seen thousands of messages of people saying, Jay, I want more. How many of you say yes to that? Say yes if you want more. How many of you feel that you still have a lot of growth to do and want support for that growth? Say yes wherever you are. Press the like and love button. How many of you are convinced that you in your life know that this type of support, this type of community, this type of coaching and mentoring on a regular basis with more focus will allow you to achieve the things you want to achieve, to get into that meaningful space, that purposeful space? How many of you feel that? Say yes in the comments. Press the like and love button if that sounds like you, right? Let me know if that's what you're thinking. Now, I spent a lot of time thinking about this last year. I started making videos around 1.5 years ago, and I saw this huge eruption in people wanting more and wanting to connect and wanting to grow. And now we're at over 10 million followers across my social media channels. And I don't like to call you followers, I call you change makers, because I believe you make changes in your lives and the lives of others. And what I want to say to you all is that I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how can I impact a lot of people in a structured way that allows them to change their life and the lives of others and reach success. I spent a lot of time last year trying to figure out what that looked like, because I wanted to have deeper impact. My videos, I was so happy with, and I'm still happy with, and they will always be my greatest work. But I wanted, because there were so many people asking for it, saying, Jay, I want to be able to hear from you and learn from you for longer than 3 minutes, for longer than 4 minutes. I want to sit with you for an hour. And I was thinking, well, how do I do that with 1 million people? How do I do that with so many people? And so me and my team sat down. We came up with this incredible program that we launched in January. And yesterday I briefly mentioned it. It's called the Genius Mentoring Group. And this was for people who said, Jay, I want you to mentor me. I want to be part of a great community. And it's because I realized in my life that I grew the most when I had what? A mentor. I grew most when I had a community, and I grew most when I had great content and insights that was synthesized by those two together. When I wasn't growing in life, I realized it's because I didn't have a mentor. When I wasn't growing in life, I realized it's because I didn't have a community. When I wasn't growing in life, it's because things weren't regular. Jeanette says, I need your live sessions every day. So the group that I want to tell you about, which no one signed up for yet, I'm just sharing with you. We launched in January. We've had a great number of geniuses who joined in January. And this is a program that you can join at this moment, but I want to tell you a bit about it. We've been running since January, and the stories people share about how they're changing their life, relationships, businesses, marriages, health are just absolutely mind-blowing. And I want you to read some of those as well. I want you to see some of those. I just got a message this morning, and I'm going to read this out to you because I literally just got it this morning. I promise you, hand on my heart. And this is what one of these people said to me, one of these genius members who joined in January. I'm so grateful. I didn't realize how much genius coaching would change my life. I see how much I need to make gratitude the default, or else the default is destructive, right? It taught me how to know my value, to focus less on what I think I want now and instead on what I really want, to have faith when things don't go my way, and to trust that there is something greater in store, to practice gratitude even when things don't go my way. Your weekly lessons are gifts, and I pray we all help each other live the message. That's beautiful, right? I mean, that literally nearly made me cry before I came on. Genuinely, I almost had tears in my eyes. And I want you to be able to feel the same benefits. I want you to be able to have the same life-changing experience. We've already seen it work. It's a tried and tested program that is impacting 1,000 people already. And I want you to be a part of that. Why? Because it gives me an opportunity to serve you. It gives me an opportunity to help grow you, but in a group, so that you also now have a global community of friends. And so we're going to be opening this up for 5,000 spaces. Now bear in mind, there's about 160, 170,000 people in this group. Why are we doing it for 5,000 spaces? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you all the information. And I'm going to give the information first. So if you're getting excited, etc., that's cool. Hold that with me. We're opening it for 5,000 because I want to be able to give you a really tailored experience. I want to get people in who are really committed to growth. I want to get people in who really recognize the value of mentoring. And it's really, really important so that you can make a very informed decision as to whether you want to join. I'm going to share every detail with you. Stay here. I'm going to share it with you. And the reason why this is powerful is no matter what's happened in your past, no matter what's happened before, you can make all of that change right now. I'm seeing a lot of people who want to sign up, and I want you to make that decision mentally. I'm sharing with you the power of this program and what it has, and I'm going to share what you need to know about it, right? And I'm also going to tell you about how to beat the crowd and get in, because there will be a crowd. I know a lot of you are going to want to come through. We've got 170,000 people on the group, 5,000 spaces. So you may ask me the question, what will I experience in this genius coaching group, in this mentoring group? What am I going to get out of it? So this is what you're going to get out of it. You're going to gain clarity around your biggest goals, your biggest objectives, your biggest dreams. You're going to be able to find and live your purpose. How many of you would like to know, what is my passion? What is my personality type? You love the DISC program. How can we really build on top of that and take that momentum forward? You really liked emotional intelligence. How do we take that and give you momentum so that you're applying it every week? How many of you want tips, insights, tricks every single day that's going to help you grow faster, think smarter, be better in your personal and professional lives, right? Seek out new career paths. Find fulfillment in everyday work. I want you to learn how to deal with negative thoughts. I want you to be able to learn how to process negative people around you and negative energy and turn it into positive energy, right? Right? To really turn it around. I'm loving all the positive energy flying through. I'm just sharing this with you because I think it's super important. I'm also wanting you to learn how to meditate. Every week we do a live meditation session where you're learning how to meditate with me. How many of you want to learn how to reduce stress and pressure, right? To really let go of your challenges, forgive, move on from challenges, right? How many of you want to overcome the pain, the struggle? And how many of you want to create new positive relationships, new incredible connections, new friendships that you don't find in your family, that you don't find in your friends, that you don't find just around you all the time, right? How many of you want more confidence? How many of you want more confidence and self-awareness and self-esteem so that you can really chase after your goals, so that you feel driven, ambitious, and motivated every single day? How many of you want to know how to improve your focus? How many of you want to know what to focus on? These are the themes, the topics, and the underlying principles that we take forward in the Genius Mentoring Group every single week, right? Every single week. Improve relationships in harmony, health internally, externally, mentally, emotionally, and more clarity with your business, and success habits. How to actually grow. How to actually grow personally and professionally. Does that sound? Say yes if that sounds like something you're interested in. Say yes if that is covering the areas where you feel you need help and support, right? How many of you feel, yes, that is the areas, those are the areas that I need help. So here's what you get. Just like the sessions you have had for the last 5 days, you get 1 hour every single week, right? Every single week, I do a live session. So 5 in a row is sometimes hard. You can't come to all of them, but once a week. We do it at a time that's optimal for as many locations as possible. I switch it around so that we're serving people, because we've got people already in the group all the way from Australia, India, South Africa, America, South America, the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia. We've got all of Europe. So it's an incredible group already, right? People are already gaining value from this. And you'll get my best ideas, my best strategies, my best techniques, and tips to be your best self. Like, you'll actually get my latest studies, what I'm focusing on. And remember what we were saying yesterday. A lot of you said, Jay, you're the best education and entertainment together. Because I'm doing the podcast, I'm doing the reading, I'm synthesizing it. Claudine says, yes, all of the above. Amazing. That's exactly it, Arlette. We'll be talking about that. So you can attend those live sessions, watch the replays just like you did with these 5 days. And remember, this is me giving you the opportunity to take this momentum forward. To not be one of those people who makes the mistake and says, okay, I've done my 5 days, I'm going to try this out and that's it. We all need regular reminders. We all need a regular push. We need regular motivation. So this is what you get. You get full access to my video library interviews. This is my Netflix. It's literally an interview of every expert, from Deepak Chopra that I interviewed, Tim Ferriss, Gabby Bernstein, Russell Brand, Gary Vaynerchuk. I have interviewed all these people for around an hour, and you get access to every single interview I've ever done in a private Netflix, in a library, and you can watch these. In there are also my meditations that I've done, the interviews and meditation. You get access to my whole library. The second bonus that you get is my book notes. So I read a lot, and I've created a wonderful one-pager template of notes that you can get about the books that I'm reading. So you can know which chapters to dive into, what are the best pages, because I share that information with you. These are my personal notes. The third thing that you get is every week, not only do you get my live coaching session, in that you get a live meditation session. We meditate twice, right? We meditate twice in that session, and you learn how to do that. And bonus 4, you get access to the community. We have an exclusive group for that community where you can interact with each other, you can grow with each other. We've had people meeting up in every city already, independently, just getting together, learning from each other, growing hubs and communities, right? And those are the 4 huge benefits of being a part of this incredible group, right? Getting full access to my online Netflix, this library of great interviews and content, getting my book notes, my live meditations, and access to the community. And on top of all of that, you get me live once a week, every week, guiding you through the whole year. I don't take a holiday. Even if I'm traveling, I do it from wherever I am in the world. It's there for you, right? It's there for you. I'm hearing a lot of you say yes. Are you saying yes? I'm seeing a lot of likes and comments coming in. Now, you may be thinking, how do I know if I'm right for the group? And I'll tell you how you're right for the group. If you've enjoyed these videos, you've enjoyed the coaching that I've offered free for these 5 days, you'll definitely benefit from going deeper. If you found that I've said something that's moved you, if you found that, Jay, that resonated, that I've made a change, if you feel that you've even made one step forward, then this is right for you, because it helps you keep that momentum. It helps you keep that focus. And doing it in a smaller, tailored, grouped setting allows you to really, for us to build our relationship through that. Now, if you love books just as much as I do, but you don't have the time. You may love podcasts as much as I do, but you don't have the time. You may love education and entertainment as much as I love it, but you don't have the time. This group's great for you, because this group is me synthesizing all your growth. It's me helping you find the most value as quick as possible without wasting your time. So it's less of a time commitment with more of an impact. It's just mind-blowing. It's less of a time commitment for you with more of an impact. I used to read a book a day, now I read a book a week, but I'm reading all the time and I'm able to help you grow. Stephanie says, yes, please. Right? So my point to you is that if you want to rewire your mind, upgrade your beliefs, set yourself up for success, if you want to achieve more this year, if you want to look on in 1 month, in 2 months, in 12 months and say, Jay, I've changed my life. I've achieved my goals. We've found people saying that in 3 months since we launched. In 3 months, people are already saying to me that they have achieved more in the last 3 months than they thought was possible in the last 3 years. I've had people say that to me. That being a part of the Genius Group, they've achieved more in the last 3 months than they would have in the last 3 years because they have the support, they have the stability, they have the ideas, insights to help them progress faster. Right? And I genuinely believe that it's all about making an investment in ourselves. And I'll explain to you why. I said this before a few sessions ago, that one of the biggest mistakes we make in our life is that we don't invest in ourselves and wonder why things aren't happening. We've been wondering for months and years. How many of you have ever been wondering, why is this not changing? And how many of you felt in the last 5 days something moved, something changed, right? How many of you felt that way? For so long, we sit there and we go, nothing's changing. But then we realize, wait a minute, I haven't changed. Nothing's gone forward. Oh wait, I haven't gone forward. Nothing's moved. Oh wait, I haven't moved. Nothing's elevated. Oh wait, I haven't elevated. Nothing's stepped forward. Oh wait, I haven't stepped forward. If we don't invest in ourselves, nothing around us is going to happen. And this is one of the biggest blocks that beats people. I have seen this block stop people from reaching their potential. I have seen this one stumbling block keep people away from their potential. This one thing, because people don't believe in investing in themselves. They think that actually it's easier to just try and do it myself. It's easier to try and figure it out with the time I have. But we've all seen that. We've all seen where that goes, right? That we've all seen where that goes. And so, as you know, that I've committed to the best I can. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I genuinely want you to know this. Like, I genuinely want you to know this. I provide so much free content every day on all of my channels, and I hope that you've seen the value and the impact over the last 5 days. And these 5 days are yours. They belong to you. I want you to watch these videos as many times as you like. My YouTube videos as many times as you like. My Facebook videos as many times as you like. My Instagram videos as many times as you like. They're all yours. And I want you to get the most out of them. But if you're sitting here and saying, Jay, I want more. If you're sitting there and saying, Jay, I want more momentum. If you're sitting there and saying, Jay, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to change my life. This is my year to make a difference. This is the year I want to grow more. This is the year I want to take a step forward. This is the year I want to invest in myself. Then this Genius Coaching Group is really, really for you. And when you want to make that commitment, right? And if you're learning to work on yourself through me and you're ready to make that commitment, I'm ready to commit my hours to you. I'm ready to commit my hours to the group. And you will change your life in this group by making that small commitment. It's not a big commitment of time. It's less time and the highest impact. 1 hour a week. And just by being a part of that, you have access to all these great bonuses as well. And I can see a few of you saying, and I'm being really, really open about it, that this program, and I've seen the great value of it for the last 3 months, how insanely amazing it is. And I've decided, and some people are like, Jay, are you sure? Like, how can it be this? Like, people have been surprised. And I've been able to provide this service, 4 lives a month, access to my online Netflix, the meditation sessions, my book notes, and the community. I'm providing all of that. And people have really asked me if I'm providing all of that for simply $39 a month. Just for $39 a month, which roughly comes out to as just over $1 a day. We're providing all of this impact, all of this value. What this allows me to do is create an incredible team that runs all of this to make sure the experience is seamless for you. We have a team of people who can always respond to your questions. We have a team of people that are able to make sure that you get the replays. There are a team of people that are making sure that you're getting the highest impact. It's as simple as that. That for $39 a month, you're getting access to me live every week. Now, some people said to me, Jay, how can that be? Because if I want a personal trainer just to go to the gym, that's like $50 a session, right? Someone said to me, Jay, you realize, and I'm being genuine, someone genuinely said this to me. They said, Jay, you realize like people pay tens of thousands of dollars to spend time with you. Why are you doing it for so cheap? Why are you doing it for so accessible? And I said, because I want it to be the biggest thing in the world. I want so many people in the world to be able to do this program. I want so many lives to be touched. And I want it to allow us to facilitate giving a better experience. That is my only desire. So when you put it into perspective, there are no contracts. There's no a minimum monthly commitment. You can dip in and dip out whenever you like it. And it's $39 a month for all access. And you can cancel at any point. You can sign up for the year. If you're like, yes, Jay, I definitely want to do this. I need it for the year. And then some of you are saying, no, well, actually, I'm going to do it month by month. That's absolutely fine as well. There's no tie-in, right? It's as true, transparent, and genuine as I am. And when you put it into perspective, that's just over $1 a day, right? That's like less than a cup of coffee. It's absolutely nothing, right? It's absolutely nothing. And I'm seeing a beautiful comment here from Adrian. She says, worth it. I wish I signed up for this in January, but I was so skeptical. These past 5 days have really opened my eyes. Thank you, Adrian. Juliet says $39. Oh my God, that's cheaper than what I pay my trainer. Lol. Exactly. And I want you to show you that my motto and mantra in life is always give so much impact for little investment. Because if I can give you the best impact for a little investment, then we can touch an amazing amount of people. Robert says $39 a month for a brand new life. What is better than that? Stephanie says, really, only $39 a month? Only $39 a month. There's no catches. Phil's ready, says, take my money. Mercy, thank you for knowing that Jay is not about the money. It's about impacting the world. It really is. And that amount allows me to create a team and create a group of people that can provide that experience for you, and allows me to invest in other growth and growing us together. And I genuinely want you to know that for me, this is an offering of love, right? This is not one-to-one coaching. This is group coaching, where you're part of a group in the same way as this. It's a smaller group. We have more connection. I'm able to respond to more messages in that group. It is group mentoring. And I believe in group mentoring as the great power of the future, because it's communities that change you, and it's communities that change the world. Sandra says Hulu is $39 a month. I think this would be a much better investment. Lindella says only $39 investment anytime when it comes to you, Jay. Thank you, Lindella. I'm very excited. So if you were, and that's the truth, that a lot of people were surprised. Like a lot of my peers were surprised when I set this price, because they said to me that, well, Jay, people pay thousands of dollars to sit with you and hear you speak, like tens of thousands of dollars. How are you doing this? People pay tens of thousands of dollars of your videos. And I wanted to, because I want to scale the impact, and I want to use what I gain from this to invest in other areas. I'm working right now on some of my courses, investing in building houses. I'm investing in our program that distributes 1.2 million meals per day. I'm investing in a new program for kids and their education. There are so many focuses in my life where I'm trying to use everything that I'm being given as a gift for others. And if you want to be a part of that, remember, this is up to you. 99% of my content will always remain free, right? 99% of my content will always remain free. But if you want more, if you're ready, here it is. Axma says, I'm in for it. I've already sent an alarm for signing up for Genius Group. Cece Ramirez says, wow, that is amazing. I was ready to pay triple that. That is so affordable and considerate to those who need this but do not have the means. Juliet says, oh my God, that's cheaper than what I pay my trainer. Mary Burt says, I gave up smoking so I can definitely afford $39. You're a much better choice. And remember, we have 5,000 spaces that we're opening this up to. We had over 170,000 people in this group for the free, incredible experience, which is always accessible to you. It will be right there. This group will also be there. But I can go deeper with a smaller group. I want to go deeper with you. And I love to connect with people by keeping a more special audience, a slightly smaller audience. And so this time, once 5,000 people enroll, we'll actually be closing registration, right? And I can't wait to work providing immense value to all of your lives. I promise you, I will commit, right? I will commit and grow, and that will be an incredible thing from my size. Danielle says, I'm in for this. Netflix is not offered in my country though. Yeah, you don't need Netflix, Danielle. Sorry, you don't need Netflix. It's all online. Gloria says, $39. I believe I could do that. It's my nails. No more nails at the spa. This will help me to improve my life. That's beautiful. And I'm so excited. And you will have a session live with me every week. A great community to be a part of that already works. So it's easy. You can cancel anytime. You can sign up for the monthly program or the annual program. There's no tie-ins. There's no contract. There's no manipulation. It's so simple. And if you don't enjoy the group, or you're going away, or you aren't just benefiting from my coaching, you can send an email to us and we'll take you off. But I promise you, you'll stay because you'll see the value that you've never had before. This is value you've never experienced in your life before. People have sold you a course and never really given you a community. People have never really given you themselves weekly. Everyone else who does this only coaches people once a month, and I'm there every single week. So you're thinking, I'm ready. How do I sign up? How many of you are thinking, I'm ready? How do I sign up? I'm opening up registration tomorrow, Wednesday, 18th April. And you have to look out for the email and click the sign up page. But tomorrow, you can actually officially join with your details, sign up for the month, sign up annually. And if you know you'll be absolutely joining tomorrow, I'll let you skip the queue and jump ahead and get early access to the registration page 3 hours earlier than the general public. This is going to go out to the general public. There's going to be a lot of people who want to be involved. And you want to be involved. I know that you can hear it. I know that you want the momentum. And so at 6 a.m. LA time, if you're on the early access list, which I'm going to share the link that you need to join, you'll get access to sign up. So you need to get on this list. I'm putting it in right now. You need to get on this list as soon as possible. And when you're on this list, you will receive an email tomorrow at 6 a.m. LA time, right? At LA time, so that then you can join. It will then go live to everyone else at 9 a.m. So you will find out 3 hours before, which means if you get in then tomorrow, Wednesday, 18th April, when you can put your card details in, join and be a part of the community and be welcome to the Genius community, you want to get on this link. So I'm posting this right now. You can see the link here. I'm sharing it right now. I've pinned it to the top. You can go to that link. You have to type it out. You can't click on it. www.jshetty.me/early, right? And if you do that right now, all you have to do when you sign up and register today, you will get access to the early sign up tomorrow. Already clicked and sign up, says Phil, do this, get on this list today, because tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. LA time, you will receive the early bird registration option. You will get the link, you can click on it, sign up, and then you will be a Genius member. Joining this link means you get a link tomorrow to sign up. Tomorrow is when official registration opens. I highly recommend it that you recommend it to 3 people in the group that you want to bring forward with you. You may say to me, Jay, I want to get these people going in with me. I'm friends with them. Join with them. Encourage other people as well to become a part of this community if you see the value in it. Right? If you're seeing the impact, it is pinned to the top right now. It's www.jshetty.me/early. And I really, really want you to know this, that genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I'm doing this because I had thousands of messages for a whole year of people saying, Jay, I want to be mentored by you. If I sat down and mentored each of you individually, it would be highly expensive, it would be highly slow, and I wouldn't be able to get out to as many people as this. And I really want you to recognize this. I could do a lot more by working with a lot less people and making a lot more for myself. I genuinely could. I have CEOs emailing me all the time, offering me great amounts, but I don't want to work with CEOs. I want to work with you. I want to work with the people that daily share and watch my videos. I want to work with you. I work with CEOs too, but I want to work with you. And this was the way that we could figure out how to scale the impact. How could I connect with thousands of people, make great impact, as you've seen in the 5 days. I don't need to prove it to you. You've seen the impact in the 5 days, right? I'm just reading out some more messages. Kartik Nay says, I already paid $1,000 in school and college and gained nothing. It is better to invest $39 in gaining pure knowledge. Faye Brink says, it's my husband's birthday tomorrow and mine was this last Sunday. Best birthdays ever. Amazing. Hopefully that's a good birthday gift. So that'll be 6 a.m. Sign up to this link right now and you will get the official Genius registration, 6 a.m. LA, 9 a.m. in New York, 2 p.m. in UK, and that's 6:30 p.m. in India, 11 p.m. in Sydney, right? These are the times for early access, right? These are the times for early access. So if you sign up for this link right now, you will have early access, which will mean 6 a.m. LA, 9 a.m. New York, 2 p.m. UK, 6:30 p.m. India, and 11 p.m. Sydney. And at that time, you want to open up that email, click on that, put your details in, PayPal, credit card, etc., and you will be a genius at that point. I genuinely promise you from the bottom of my heart that this commitment in your personal growth, in your personal development, will allow you, will genuinely allow you to get to the next stage. Can get to the next stage, right? You can genuinely get to the next stage just by being a part of this. So many people, best date for launching beautiful things. Actually, I was going to say that. I wanted to throw this out to you. When I was a monk, we had a monk calendar, right? As a monk calendar. Tomorrow, and this, we didn't plan this, and that's the beautiful thing. Tomorrow, on the monk calendar, is the day of new beginnings. And I promise you, I did not plan that, right? I promise you, I did not plan that. When we sat down as a team and we set out these dates, I did not know that. Tomorrow is the day of new beginnings. Tomorrow is the day we launch the Genius Group to every single one of you. It's a day where, astrologically, scientifically, astronomically, it's the perfect day to start new things, to start a new beginning, right? To make a new choice. And so I really hope that a lot of you are going to take that commitment tomorrow. You're going to see the impact. You can pay by PayPal as well, right? You can pay by PayPal as well. So don't worry if you don't have a credit card. There's many simple ways. It's all a simple process. If you have any questions, you can post it in the group. Our team is there to respond. This is what I mean. We have a full team ready to respond to you. We want to have all the information so that you can decide. I just want you to make a decision today. Right? All I'm giving you today is all the information to make a decision so that when we open tomorrow, you don't miss out, right? Just make the decision today so that tomorrow you don't miss out. And this is beautiful. Angel says, I'm in the group since January. It's truly amazing. It's one big family. Everyone's so eager to help everyone. It's all on your own pace, learning something new each and every time. Blessed to be in it. Can't wait to meet you, new geniuses. Angel, thank you for that message so much. So you can join. And that's the great thing about it. I love this comment coming in from I lost it. One second. So many new comments coming. Sophie says, I feel my children will benefit as I will pass on my new beginnings to them as I will be a better person. That's my point, that this is really not an investment in one person. I may say it's $39 a month for one person, but the amount of impact you're getting out of it and you're passing on to others, everyone around you will grow. Everyone around you will grow. Here's a few. Preet Paul says, just shared with my family. I want all of them to join. Amazing. Guys, go and make sure that your friends in the Success Habits group join with you. Make sure that you share this link with them as well. Sue Mitchell says, I'm going cycling tomorrow, but I'm going to be back before 2 p.m. UK time, so I don't miss this. Don't miss the sign-up time tomorrow. Karen Fowler says, so tomorrow at 2 in a meeting at work, I will have to pretend I have to go to the loo or something. Karen, I love that. I love your messages. I love your messages. Please go ahead and do that. I can't wait. Sure, Grace, you can go back and watch all these replays. You can do all these replays. Pay it forward. Shireen says, I'll share this all with my mum. Shilpa says, my new investment for Akshay Tritiya. Exactly. Instead of gold is subscribing for Genius Group. Beautiful. This is the ripple effect, guys. Love to be in the group. Julia, yes, go and tell all your friends in the group to join with you. Share the link with them so that they can get early access. If they want early access, you want to be on this early bird list, because this early bird list means that you are guaranteed your place to get an email to join, right? So you want to get on this list. I'm so grateful. We have had an incredible 5 days. Go and rewatch these videos. Watch the replays. Get the most out of them. Share them with anyone. I've got new videos launching all the time on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. 99.9% of my content will always remain free. This is for you, those of you who want my mentoring, who want my coaching, who want me to be involved in your life weekly. This is for you, who want to go a step deeper, who want to have greater success, who want to grow every single week. But I promise you, I'm here to serve you. That's what I've always been about. That's what I always will be about. That's my intention, that elevated consciousness. That's my attention. That's my awareness. And that's my action. It will always remain that way. I'm so grateful that you came on this journey with me. I'm so grateful that you committed for these 5 days. I genuinely hope that you've had the most mind-blowing experience in these 5 days. And I can't wait to now have this deeper relationship with you. Now when I see you comment on my videos and share them, I'll know you because I've seen so many of your names that I'll remember. And I genuinely feel that we've got to know each other better. So I'm really grateful to every single one of you. Please keep the love coming. I love it when you like, share, and comment on my videos. I'm so glad that they've had such an impact on you. I'm genuinely so touched. And tomorrow, remember, we've got 2 bonus sessions because they're a Q&A. 2 bonus sessions as a Q&A tomorrow. We go live at 8 a.m. LA time and 8 p.m. LA time. That's 11 a.m. in New York, 4 p.m. in London, 8:30 p.m. in India, and 1:30 a.m. the next day in Sydney. And the second live, I go live at 8 p.m. tomorrow, which is 11 p.m. in New York, 4 a.m. in London the next day, 8:30 a.m. the next day in India, and 1 p.m. the next day in Sydney. I'll share that graphic with you now so that you have all that information. But remember, it's not over yet. We've done the 5 days, but if you have questions for me, we have 2 more lives tomorrow of questions and answers so that I can support you. Remember, I just want to support your growth. I come up with videos, content, groups, and mentoring that I believe supports your growth. And that's why all of this exists. And I'm hoping that you're getting value of it. Make sure you sign up to that link to get the early access. Make sure you share it with everyone else. And this is beautiful. Tim, that means so much to me. Tim, I want to read this out because it really means a lot to me. Thank you for your time and dedication to helping others. It's apparent that you're the real deal. Well, Tim, I just want to say to you that genuinely means a lot to me because I am trying to provide as much value as I can and touch as many people as I can. And as I said, the real reason is I've had so many people wanting me to coach them. I can't coach thousands of people individually, one-on-one, but I can do this. And therefore, I've created this as an option. So thank you so much, everyone. So grateful to each and every one of you. Lots of love, guys. See you tomorrow for 2 live Q&As. Lots of love. I'm glad I'm seeing you tomorrow. It's not over yet. Love you.